Good morning, everybody. Doing a little early today. It's going to be a little express version. I have to take my daughter to the bus. So we'll get into this. All right. Markets had a much needed correction yesterday. Nothing bearish. Had a much needed correction. Currently bouncing. All right. Let's get into this. Welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use market profile and volume profile to find structure in the markets, along with supply and demand, gap exposure levels, and the most traded price of the year, the month, the week, and the preceding day. All helps me find structure in the market. This is my edge. All this stuff helps me put risk on in the markets. All right, so hopefully you guys join me. Right, do this every day. Try it around 8, 10 a.m. Let's tell you a little earlier. Please subscribe, set an alert. That would mean a lot to me. Okay. Now, yesterday I did push out a video, trading video. Please go check that out. All right, check that out. You can find that at obviously you can smash that like button first, but you could find my trading video on YouTube Shorts. You can also look at it in my X account at Gonzo719 and TikTok at Gonzo719 Trader. Please check it out. Leave a like or a comment or a question, and I will get to you. All right, let's get right into this futures watch list. Let's get into it. Let's see what we got going here. We got the VIX up 10.42% after that correction yesterday. Bitcoin still below 100K, up 1.31 this morning. 10-year yield is pushing up again. The dollar is up 0.54. Gold's up 0.54. Nasdaq's up 0.22. Russell's up 0.10. ES up 0.08. Silver is down 0.11. Dow is down 0.13. Crude is down 0.22. 30-year bonds being sold down 0.50, and Ether down 0.131. Maxim Plus. So today we have Google leading the pack, up 3.89%, followed by Boeing up 2.08, followed by Coinbase up 1.76, Eli Lilly up 0.92, Tesla up 0.91, Meta's up 0.79. Laggard today. Now China had that negative China news in NVIDIA yesterday. Broadcom down 0.13, Microsoft down 0.43. All right, that's what's going on there. Top sector stocks. Let's check out UPS. UPS, I told you guys yesterday, really at a key level around 126. That's a very big level in UPS. So, but it keeps just being weak. I believe with the economy, they haven't had the greatest numbers. Okay, they are leading in with Uber and Walmart up 0.21. All right, who's lagging it today? We got Snowflake down 0.94 and Cat down 1.07. Okay, so let's see here. Now let's go to the swing trade list. That is not the swing trade list. This one is, and we'll go to the top. Who's leading here? American Airlines. American Airlines is up 3.38. Norwegian Cruise Lines up 2.66. Micron up 2.42, and T-Mobile up 2.25, and Lucid up 1.96. JetBlue, all right. Delta Airlines. So airlines getting some love this morning. Who's lagging? We have AI down 7.34. Oracle down 6.33. SoundHound down 3.52. Toll Brothers down 3.50, and Alibaba down 2.64. eBay down 2.56. That is your laggards today. All right, moving on to the guts. Guts of the market. Let's see who's leading. Communications. That's your Google up 0.94, followed by energy. All right. And the only laggard today is technology, which is the largest heaviest weight stock, because Nvidia is basically down a little bit, and Microsoft is down. That's why you have that. All right. Moving on to the economic calendar. Today is very, very light. There's actually almost nothing to talk about. Yeah, today all we have is API crude. All right, that's all we have there. That's not a market mover because it actually happens after the market closes. Okay, now China pulled back today. Um, let's see what other news there is to talk about here. Looks like Oracle All right, let's see. Oracle and TMC. Let's see. Losses in technology stocks after a strong run in recent weeks were the biggest weight on Wall Street on Monday, with Nvidia among the biggest. All right, Oracle tumbled 8% in pre-market trade after the cloud firm quarterly earnings missed lofty estimates. All right, looks like Eli Lilly stock added 1% after it announced a new 15 billion share buyback. Okay, and then TMC revenues continue to grow. Let's see, we get Y, and we got Brent. All right, they just said TMC's and he was ready to go. All right. I'm not going to have time for upgrades, downgrades today, so we're going to get right into the daily charts. Just give me a sec while I pull that up. Get right into dailies. And we just had a much needed correction today. Nothing bearish. Okay, what did we come down to? Right to that uptrend line, right? Also came close to 90-MA daily and last month's highs. Okay, last month's highs. So we're within last week's range. There's the orange. All right. So nice little healthy pullback. And what do you know it? Where are we at today? 605.30. 605.30. You're almost at the midpoint. Okay, so look at the live look of futures. You can see in the futures we pulled back to last month's highs. Okay, and that's causing some support. You hit the 90-MA daily. All right, that's what's going on there. Now, if you look at Qs, the Qs broke this little uptrend line. You can get rid of that. But really, in the grand scheme of things, what did you do? You took Friday's low out and you kind of held support at Thursday's low, right? So there's really nothing to see here. You just much need a pullback. Okay, not even close to the 90-MA daily. Where are we at now? 523.65, 523.65. You are at the mid of your, about close to the midpoint of yesterday's range. Not a great trade location, but we'll look at the futures. And you can see just bounce, 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 and you held this pretty much support here. 3 sessions of support. You basically came down to that yesterday. Okay. And you didn't touch any major level per se, but you did hold this support right here around 21438. Okay. Now we can go into triple head monster. Let's do that. That's your bond market. It's rising up today. Can this be a swing low? Don't know. We'll see. We got CPI tomorrow. All right. So this is your triple headed monster. So your bond market, your smart money. So let's just see what happens with this bond market. Very interesting. It's getting a little push up. All right. Kind of broke the 200-day and 50-day moving average. So I expect to get some traffic there, which it has been. Let's go to that dollar. Dollars, same things, pushing up. It's kind of following what the bond market's doing, kind of looking the same. Let's look at the third head, that VIX, our fear gauge, which is really not much fear. We got a little fear yesterday. We pushed up a little bit, right? Back out of 14, but that's not really much fear. Not much fear at all. Now we can get into the main event. All right, we can get right into our market profile, volume profile. All right, analyze this market for you. All right, so let's bring this into play here. All right, so let's look at this market. Remember I said there was balance, right? And I talked about this 60.95 being the most traded price, right? And what did the market do? It opened here and went away, right? And I said this area right here was a weak low. And if we broke it, we could go down. And that's kind of what we did. We came down from the most traded price and we found support. Where? Last month's highs. Right here, these white level, right? That's what we did. Now we have a poor low. So poor lows usually get corrected. Okay. That just means shorts had bad location. And you can see there's a poor low actually in the overnight. So that's be interesting if we revisit this level. Okay. Be interesting if we revisit the level. All right. So let's talk about the move. The midpoint 60, 90, 60, 79. That's your 50% retracement. Kind of lines up with the month to date VWAP, week to date VWAP, which are now red. Sellers are in control of the week and of the month now, right? So that's what's going on there. Okay. Now we have some single prints on this move down. Okay. Now Nvidia yesterday broke 139, which is a monthly gamma flip point. That was a very key level to break, but it kind of held it, right? So that didn't help markets. Now yesterday, Apple and Microsoft were tearing it up. They were tearing it up. So interesting because again, disconnect in the market. Microsoft and Apple pushing up at the highs, but Nvidia pushing down at the lows. Very disconnected yesterday. I actually didn't even trade, so I like markets working together. It's hard when markets are fighting each other. Okay, so we got some levels to talk about. Remember the midpoint. Talked about that. Most traded price of the week, 60.90. Call it 5. Okay. This 60.62, you can see right here, was a high volume node, and that's where we returned. So really, we have 60.62, 60.95 is two kind of high volume nodes. You can see the distribution here and the distribution here. And look what happened. We went from one distribution to the other. Okay. That's what the market's supposed to do. All right. That's what the market's supposed to do. All right. So, levels to concentrate on today 60.60 to 60.59. We have demand zone. We have last month's highs. Okay. Another one is the most traded price of yesterday is 60.74. And this kind of lines up with the anchor VWAPs for the week and the month. Okay. And you got the 50% retracement of that. So I think that's kind of the playground. Okay. Now, as far as scenarios, let's get into scenarios here. We're going to start with the bull case right now. Okay. All right. So we have a pretty big demand zone here. It's a 12-hour demand zone right here. Okay. And the support of 60.60. So we're going to draw a box here. Bulls need to defend this. Now you have a poor low here, poor low in the overnight. Very susceptible to getting broken. Okay. Bulls need to defend it though. Okay. Even if they get broken a little bit, that could be a bear trap. Okay. Then we have this area with our anchor VWAPs for the month and the week, yesterday's most traded price, and the 50% retracement of yesterday's move. Okay. So this is kind of like the area I'm looking at. Okay. So what I want to see, we can push up here, get a little resistance, pull down. Now you can just, I could see something like boop, you correct these poor lows, right? And just get a rip back up above 60.62. And now you're going to test this area. All right. If you could take out this and hold, we go back to 60.95. Okay. Now the move can just start out like this too. Let's say we just do this, rip up, pull back, hold, and we can work ourselves back up. There's single prints back to 60.95. Okay. Now there is demand below here, right here and here. Then there's single prints below. Okay. There's single prints from the past below. So the LFE came through yesterday. You had single prints. Well, that was in the NASDAQ that we'll look at, but that came really to fruition to clean the single prints. All right. Let's look at the bear side. Bear side. All right. So same areas. Okay. Just inversed. Okay. Just inversed. Okay, so if I'm a bear, what am I going to look for? I'm going to look for what do we do in this area, right? Do we just get rejected? Boom, you go through this, you start coming down. These longs from the lows here are going to start to be in trouble. Okay, if we break this week low of 60.60, that's last month's highs and the overnight low, and yesterday's low is pretty powerful with the 60.62 high volume node. You pass that, hold, you can probably rip down to like say 60.41. That's a naked VPOC. That just means it's an untested most traded price of a day that's never been tested. Okay, then you got single prints here, which can get real nasty, but you have demand zones. So I mean, if it got really weak, you could keep falling. Okay, you could keep falling. All right, what's another play, right? That I'd be like, all right, you could, let's say you move all the way up into this supply, this 60.95, right? Market's probably going to be pretty strong, but let's say it really runs out of gas and does one of these, whip, boom, hit. I would say you probably get a move, but not a big one. I'm not a fan of that as much, okay? I'm not a fan of that as much. And that's your ES, okay? That's your ES. Let's move over to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ looks different, okay? It looks different. Okay. Structure wise, double distribution, okay? Double distribution, okay? Now, most traded price of the week is 215.10 right here. Happened to be the most traded price of yesterday. Price is above it. That is a little win for the bulls. Okay. Price above that, that is bullish structure. That is bullish structure. Now, notice another thing. Month to date VWAP is green. Buyers still in control of the month. Still in control of November, right? This week is red, obviously because the week just started, right? The week just started. But month to date VWAP 21406. It's green. Buyers still in control of the NASDAQ. Okay. So if we're looking at the NASDAQ, we have some key levels to talk about. Okay. Right off the bat, we have 2154.350 is the midpoint. Lines up with week to date VWAP. Lines up with the overnight high. Lines up with value area high from yesterday. Remember, value area is 70% of the trade of yesterday. The bulk. See this green? That's all value area. So value area high lines up with the overnight high. So 2115.33. Pay attention to that level. Also 215.10 right here is the most traded price of yesterday in the week. Okay. And then we kind of have a week of slow here. 21447, 21437 right here. So this demand zone held the NASDAQ. You can see support here, and it came down to there again, and it couldn't break it. Okay, couldn't break it. So we have a big demand zone here, 12-hour. This is actually a prior demand zone, and then you have like an 8-hour demand here. All you want to see is this hold this most traded price of the week. Okay, so let's talk about scenarios. Okay. All right, bull case. Very easy here, right? This 21510 right here. Number one scenario, and then you got the week high up here, right? And then you have the week low here. That's what we're going to concentrate on. Okay. What price should you wanted to do is hold. You just want it to hold above this level, right? You just wanted to do one of these. The more you hold it, you can start to push up, right? Maybe starting to get into this supply. Okay, that's number one. Okay, that's number one. And then when you break that week high, right? So, what else? So we can get the bear trap here. If we push down and break this, you still got month to day VWAP here. You could literally go like this, hit the top of this gap, start to push back, and I said maybe you get to here to the most traded price of the week, and maybe a little bit up here. That's kind of what I'm looking at for the long side. Now for the short side, Okay. Obviously, you have this box basically is your sellers you want to engage. All right. You want to look at this week low and try to break it. All right. So remember, this level, 21510, you want to find acceptance below it if you're a bear. So what we can do is push up into this area and right to the week to day VWAP, the 50% retracement, get like this, get a wick, and you want to see this push through and hold under that major level. Now these longs are going to be in trouble. If you come through here and you break this, you're going to have a nice move. Now you're going to have month to date VWAP here. It could bounce there, but if you break that and keep going, yeah, I think you fill the gap. That gap fills around 21312. You fill that gap. There's a demand here. Now, if you break that, you could go down all the way to 21250. Do I think we get that week? I don't think so, but anything can happen. Okay, now you do have some major levels here. Last month's highs, 21340. The gap. Okay, those are some major inflection points that people know about. All right, now you do have a high volume node here a little bit, and that's around 2123230. Okay, could be a destination. Got a lot of demand here though. We'll have to see. All right, this could be a buy to dip opportunity, like I said in my beginning. All right, that will do it, folks, for the Nasdaq and for today. So hopefully you guys enjoy this analysis. I gave you a little express one today. Smash the like button for me. Okay, smash that like button for me. Please join me every day. Subscribe. Set an alert. All right, I do this every day. Try to do it 8:10 a.m. Today was a little earlier. Subscribe, set that alert. All right, and check me out on X. I just posted a new video at Gonzo719 and the YouTube Shorts. Check out that as well. And Gonzo's719 Trader on TikTok. Got a lot of views in the last trading video. Wasn't expecting that many views on TikTok. Just a good old trading video. Got two more coming to you guys, so check them out. Now, everybody, we got our plan. Stay green. Remember, no trade's a trade. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Have a great day.